Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Sauce. It's the backup channel backing Celeb up and bringing you all the breaking news. Check this out. The other day, an elementary school teacher named Mamori Peoples posted a video on TikTok showing how she uses the lyrics to Sexyy Redd's Sexyy to grab her students' attention and to quiet them down in her 5th grade classroom. Under the video entitled, "How I Get My Students' Attention," Peoples wrote, quote, "Day 2 of the school year. Each year I have a different call and response because each class is different. And well, this class is spoken." End quote. Source, can you please play that clip?
How I get my students' attention.
If you see me and you trying to see what's up, if your pencil sharpened, if you're ready to go to science.
Look, I'm just over here shaking my head, and all I gotta say is, no. You're not supposed to have the 5th graders in the classroom singing Sexyy Redd's Sexyy. I mean, that's like if I was their teacher, and I walked into the classroom, and I was like, "Okay, class, are you ready for science? If you're ready, repeat after me. Pop that coochie, pop that coochie, coochie, pop that coochie, pop that coochie, coochie, pop that coochie, pop that coochie, coochie, pop that coochie, pop that coochie, coochie." And they were like,
"Pop that coochie, pop that coochie, coochie, pop that coochie, pop that coochie, coochie, pop that coochie, pop that coochie, coochie, pop that coochie, pop that coochie, coochie."
I mean, come on, people. There are just some songs that are not appropriate for like the elementary school classroom, and Sexyy Redd's Sexyy is one of them. I mean, why in the world would you as an elementary school teacher introduce your students to any part of a song that says, quote, "When you with me, put your D up all in my backside. I'm a hood B, sitting course side. I'll show you my P, how to smack ride. Little B, I'm from the north side. Sexyy." End quote. And I already know somebody's gonna come in the comment section and be like, "Sauce, you wildin' right now, cause that teacher's only using a hook." Well, guess what? That hook could eventually make those young students go look up the lyrics to that song. I mean, the last time I checked, the teachers were supposed to be out here protecting the babies. You ain't supposed to be introducing the babies to the Sexyy. Well, anyways, after the teacher dropped that TikTok video, mad people came through and had something to say in the comments. One person said, quote, "We've come a long way since clap once if you hear me." End quote. And then somebody else came through and said, quote, "This is exactly what's wrong with our youth, cause you really sat up that phone and said that sexual song in a classroom to get kids' attention." End quote. And then after that, somebody came through and said, quote, "Now, if my daughter come home singing Sexyy Redd, I'll be up there in the morning." End quote. But it's important to note that not everyone was opposed to the teacher's methods, because one person came through and said, quote, "I love this. We gotta relate to the babies." End quote. And then another person said, quote, "The way these comments are being problematic against the teacher, if your kid knows the response to the song, then that's on you for not monitoring your kids. Be grateful that the teacher doesn't have to resort to yelling to get attention. Get off your high horses. This is exactly why there's a shortage of teachers. Chill." End quote. Listen, I stand by what I said 100%, and I used to be a teacher. Teachers are not supposed to be in the classroom reinforcing negative nonsense. And I mean, there's 1,000,001 ways to engage your students and get their attention in a positive way. For example, check out this teacher right here.
Okay, so everybody, my students are talking right now, and I need their attention. So, be quiet! Okay, that's not what you do. This is what you do. Class?
Yes.
Pin?
So.
Pin?
So.
Lolly?
Pop.
Lolly?
Pop.
Pin?
So.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm loving it.
That's how you get your students' attention.
I want to be in her class, cause that right there is how you teach a whole bunch of little kids. Listen, I really want to know what you guys think, and if you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But if you agree with me, let me know that too. Do you think that it's appropriate for a 5th grade teacher to be teaching the kids the Sexyy? Now, check this out. The other day, the police department put out a wanted poster for Lil Uzi Vert because they thought that he was running around in these streets stealing puppies. Okay, so this is what happened. The other day, the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department in Pennsylvania put out an all-points bulletin asking residents to be on the lookout for a black male who stole a dog. The bulletin said that at 2 p.m., the dog napper stole a puppy from Brookside Pups on Kidder Street, and that the napper was last seen in a dark SUV that was on the turnpike headed for Philadelphia. The bulletin urged residents to call 911 if they had a sighting of the vehicle, the dog, or the individual. Now, under this info, they posted an image of the suspect, and that suspect was Lil Uzi Vert. Well, an hour and a half after the original post was made, the police department came back with an update and said, quote, "The original photo of the male provided by the establishment was not the correct male. This current photo is the actor in question. We apologize for the error and any confusion." End quote. Now, after apologizing for the fact that they wrongfully identified Lil Uzi Vert as the Philadelphia puppy snatcher, the police came out and they reiterated the fact that the puppy retailer provided them with Lil Uzi Vert's photo instead of an image of the actual suspect. I mean, really? Really? Unless Lil Uzi Vert ran up in that pet store doing a Lil Uzi Vert dance and was like, I just want a dog. There is no way in the world that you thought that the dog napper was Lil Uzi Vert. And I believe that the police should go back to that pet store and investigate the owners, because I'm telling you, something is smelling a little fishy. Listen, let me know what you think about the Pennsylvania police putting out the all-points bulletin on Lil Uzi Vert because they thought that he was the Philadelphia puppy snatcher. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. And while you're down there leaving a comment, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so by now you've all heard that the other day 50 Cent was performing in Los Angeles at the Crypto.com arena during his final lap tour, and while he was rapping, his stagehands kept giving him faulty microphones, so 5th got frustrated and threw the microphone into the crowd. Now, unfortunately, the mic hit Power 106's radio host, Brianna Moynihan, upside the head. I mean, that mic was like right upside the forehead. Now, after the incident took place, Brianna jumped on the internet and posted a picture of her bloody noggin on social media, and then she filed a police report against 50. According to sources, Brianna reportedly told the cops that 50 looked directly at her before throwing the mic, so she believes that the rapper knew that she was there but hurled the mic anyway and busted her upside the head. When responding to the accusation that 50 intentionally hit this chick in the dome piece with the mic, 50's lawyer Scott Lamone said, quote, "Let's be clear, as I told the LAPD this afternoon, my client Curtis, aka 50 Cent, would never intentionally strike anyone with a microphone. Anyone saying something different doesn't have all the facts and is misinformed." End quote. Well, it appears that 50 Cent's attorney is not the only person out there defending him, because the other day, TMZ caught up with DJ Envy and asked him what he thought about the situation. Check out what DJ Envy had to say.
Hi Envy, how are you?
How you doing?
I am great. So I know I have to catch you because you are besties with 50.
That's my homie.
So I just want to know too, I'm going to get some light here on your face. So I just want to know, like, you know, have you spoken to him? How is he? What his spirit's like?
I haven't spoken to 50. He's on tour right now, and I know every date is a different city. I haven't spoken to him. But yeah, it's a terrible situation. I mean, there's no way in hell 50 would, like 50 is such a, I know everybody sees this big bully online, but he's such the nicest and caring person. So I know it was probably an accident. I know it was an accident. So, I mean, things happen. I mean, the sound man seemed like they messed up with the sound, and I mean, 50 wasn't aiming for her. And we seen 50 throw that first pitch at Major League Baseball game, and we see how crazy he throws. So, I mean, I know 50 didn't do that on purpose, and I know he's very remorseful when it comes to things like that. 50's a great guy.
Right, now when it comes to the young lady pressing charges, you know, we, like, my girlfriend and I were joking, and I was like, I would have got on Instagram, but like, 50, you know I love you, but come on now, you gotta hook us up with this.
Yeah.
Do you feel like she went too far by pressing charges, or do you feel like that's general protocol and you don't follow it.
Yeah, you can never say anybody taking anything too far. I mean, we don't know, what she went through, how crazy her pain was, her stitches, or what happened. So you can never say somebody's taking anything too far. But like I said, 50's my guy, and I know 50 will take care of her and make sure that she's good. And I'm 1,000% that it wasn't on purpose. It was an accident. And I know 5th.
Have you read the comments?
No, I haven't yet.
People were like, she's gonna get $1 million. 50, pay your tab. 50's known for going after the big bucks.
Yeah.
I mean, so you think he's good for that?
I think absolutely positively. Now, millions of dollars, I doubt highly, but 5th will take care of that.
Alright, so here's my take on the situation. Even though I don't think that like 50 hit this chick in the head on purpose, I do believe that when you take a mic and you throw it into a crowd at full speed, that is reckless endangerment. And while I wish this situation could have been cleared up without her having to go to the police, I can understand why she did, because you gotta cover your own A, and she has to make sure that she has the proper documentation in case 50 doesn't do right by her. But with that being said, I fully think that 50's gonna like hit this chick off, but I can tell you, it's not gonna be like millions of dollars. I mean, 50 should give her like enough money to cover the medical bills and a little extra 50K on the side. I mean, unless this chick's doctor diagnoses her with like a fractured skull, whiplash, encephalitis, and like the concussive disease that some of the NFL players get, I think that the mic to the head shouldn't cost 50 more than like 50K. But that's just me. Let me know what you think. What size check should 50 have to write to this chick for the mic lump to the cranium? Now, while we're talking about people potentially getting paid in full, do you guys remember how like a few years ago, T.I. and Tiny's friend Sabrina Peterson accused T.I. of putting a gun to her head and threatening to dead her? And she also claimed that the couple was harassing her, in addition to claiming that T.I. and Tiny were drugging chicks and abusing them. And then, after she made those claims, like over 100 women came out the woodworks alleging that T.I. and Tiny did them dirty while pushing the hashtag Surviving T.I. on social media. Well, T.I. and Tiny are now countersuing Sabrina for defamation and demanding that she pay them $164,650.56 to cover the court fees that they racked up defending themselves in the lawsuit that she originally brought against them. According to court documents, T.I.'s attorney Andrew Bretler described Sabrina as, quote, an adjudged liar, a convicted felon with a lengthy rap sheet for crimes involving dishonesty and violent assault. And he also said that Sabrina has a reputation for being unscrupulous. Now, initially, T.I. and Tiny asked the court to throw out the lawsuit that Sabrina filed against them in which she claimed that they tarnished her good name. But a lower court judge denied T.I. and Tiny's motion to dismiss the majority of Sabrina's claims. However, earlier this month, the decision was reversed by an appellate court. Now, in a newly filed document, T.I. and Tiny asked the court to award them the $164,000. In reference to the case, T.I. and Tiny's lawyer filed a new motion that said, quote, the Harris's request for $164,650.56 in attorney's fees and costs is reasonable and in line with the fee awards regularly affirmed in this district. Given the complexity of the legal issues, the time necessary to adjudicate Peterson's 7 causes of action over a 2-year period, and the additional cost of appeal, the amount requested should be awarded in full. End quote. Now, it's important to understand that Sabrina's case is not linked to anybody else's case who alleged that T.I. and Tiny did something to him. But all I'm gonna say is T.I. and Tiny stay in court. I mean, this is crazy. Look, given what you know, do you guys think that Sabrina owes T.I. and Tiny $164,000? Let me know what you think in the comments. And hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celebrity news. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.